Expansions to Washington's ferry system aim to right the ship for riders dealing with years of delays and cancellations. Today, Governor Ferguson announced new updates that will impact 3 routes.
Plus, there's now a potential date for the return of the state's largest vessel back to the water. Fox 13's Frankie Thompson is joining us to break down all the latest developments.
One of the biggest changes that affects thousands of ferry riders happens this Sunday. The governor says the Bremerton-Seattle route will be restored to a 2-boat service for the first time in 3 years. Finally changing the tide for the Washington State Ferry Bremerton-Seattle route.
So for too long, commuters traveling to and from Bremerton have had to wait 2.5 hours between boats every day. By adding this additional vessel, we are cutting that wait time by a full hour, and this expansion is permanent.
The route that will provide a 2-boat service is a highly anticipated improvement, which Bremerton's mayor says can't come soon enough.
We have faced a crisis in our community due to the ongoing lack of service. Our residents, workforce, businesses, and economy have suffered from ferry disruptions, cancellations, and lack of boats.
Governor Bob Ferguson says Bremerton is only the beginning of the ferry system's expansions.
We're also on track to permanently restore a 3rd boat on the Triangle route between West Seattle, Vashon Island, and Southworth on the Kitsap Peninsula at the end of the month.
Starting on July 4th, a 2nd boat will service the Port Townsend-Coupeville route for the summer between Friday and Monday.
We have not been able to do this summer expansion on that route for 5 years. Riders on those routes will have more frequent ferry service, offering flexibility in their travel to work and their appointments.
Ferguson says this expansion is all part of the bigger plan to fully restore domestic service. And to do that, the Wenatchee, the state's largest vessel, must return to the water. It's been out of service undergoing a hybrid electric conversion since September 2023. But with just a few more weeks of tests by engineers and technicians, Ferguson says the Wenatchee could sail again as soon as the first week of July.
At that point, we will have 21 vessels in total, which will allow us to have 18 boats in the water at any one time. So that allows us to restore full domestic service for the first time since 2019.
All of these new, welcomed updates as the governor acknowledges the significant cuts to the state's transportation budget. Recognizing there's more work to do in restoring the ferry system, he's highlighting the investments that will make a difference now.
$1.3 billion for new vessels to replace part of our aging fleet, and approximately $40 million for crew hiring, retention, and training, which is equally important. We need to have the vessels, but also part of the challenges we had was the challenges on the workforce.
Looking long-term, the governor says the state is reviewing several bids for new vessels. Ferguson says he'll publicly announce that decision soon, though he didn't specify a date. He says the state is also looking at lease-to-purchase options to get more ferries on the water. Frankie Thompson, Fox 13 News.